Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina. Today we're reacting to a video of the grifter of all grifters, Lillytino. He's back at it, talking to children about getting his you-know-what chopped off, or inverted. You know what I mean. Let's go.
My baguette is almost ready to be turned into a ham sandwich. And there are two main ways that the chef, if that's what you want to call him, could turn this into this. The first is called inversion. It's the method that's been around the longest, and when you hear about people getting this done...
So what he's talking about is his you-know-what is almost ready for surgery. He means getting all the hairs laser removed from it. Because when you have that thing like inverted, what happens is that if you don't get all the hair lasered and removed, it can start growing inside the new, they call vagina, but I'll just call it hole. And so that can cause a lot of pain and infections and stuff like that. So it has to be prepped first. Ew.
It is probably via inversion. Basically, they take the baguette and they lie it down flat and flip it or invert it so the outside becomes the inside. This becomes the tunnel or the canal, if you will, of the ham sandwich. But there are downsides to this method.
Hold on. So they take it and they put it like a table, and then they slice it, and then they open it up. It's like the reverse origami. And then what do they do? It's already getting gross, man. It's already getting gross. And it's been gross, but it's getting grosser.
Mainly that the size of the baguette directly determines how deep the canal of the ham sandwich will be.
Okay, I had to stop it again because this is very important. Guys like him, trans radical activists who claim to be women, or just trans activists altogether. They want children to transition. They're okay with it. They're fine with it. First it was, it's not happening. Now it's happening and it's a good thing. They want children to transition. But here's the problem with that thought process, amongst a myriad of other reasons. If a little boy wants to be a little girl, and the mother, because it's usually mothers, puts him on puberty blockers, his genitalia will not, this is disgusting, but grow to the size he would need for when he becomes an adult to get this surgery. Because in order to get this surgery, you need to have a deep enough cavity, right? Well, in order to have a deep enough cavity, you would need to have gone through male puberty in order for it to grow so you can have it inverted and have a deep enough cavity, if that's where you intend to go with this child who wants to have genital sex surgery later on. This is such a fucking disturbing topic. When he gets older and wants to have the surgery, he won't be able to, so they'll have to do it a different way, which is usually using intestines in order to get enough tissue to be able to do this surgery. And that comes with so many complications of infection. It's incredibly dangerous. It's not a perfected surgery by any means. And a lot of trans activists will say things like, well, the people who have had this surgery, men, have less regret than people who have knee surgery. And that is actually false. If you look at the studies, they're very, very flawed. It's complete horse buggy. It's bullshit.
So if you happen to have a smaller baguette, your ham sandwich might not be as deep as you'd like it to be. But have no fear, there is a newer method that sidesteps this very issue. It's called pull-through. And instead of relying entirely on the baguette for the materials to build the inside of the ham sandwich, they also source some from your tummy. They literally will take material from your tummy and pull it down through to make the inside of the ham sandwich. There's much more material, so you don't have to have a big baguette to make it work. And a bonus for the people who do the pull-through method, there's a 1 in 3 chance that your newly minted ham sandwich will be able to butter itself, if you catch my drift. Inversion, there's a 0% chance, so I'll take those odds. But honestly, either version...
Take those odds, buddy. Take them. Just chop the thing off. All he does is talk. He talks about doing all this stuff. Where's the proof? He said he got facial feminization surgery, and yet don't really see any femininity coming off that face. I see a lot of masculinity coming off that face. He talks about getting his, what do they call them, cake pops removed. Apparently I've heard he did do that, but I'm not going to look it up to find out if it's true or not. I'll take people's words for it. Now he's been talking about getting this downstairs surgery for years. I'm saying just do it. Just do it. You'll be way less of a threat for us. Still a threat, but way less of one. It's creepy. Now, I have heard from one specific trans woman who has had the downstairs surgery that it self-lubricates. But with what? What is the lubrication exactly? Is it mucus from the intestines? I mean, I don't know. I didn't look it up. You can let me know in the comments below. If it's true, then men have way more to worry about because they're way less likely to clock a trans woman as being a man than women are. Women are way, way better at that. Men, not so much. He could be sleeping with a trans woman and not even know it. Because, as we know, a lot of guys don't really know a lot about female genitalia. They know as much as probably their friends have told them. So they're going down there thinking it's all woman, and come to find out it's not woman at all. So it's kind of scary for men if you think about it. Watch out, fellas. You might end up sleeping with a Lillytino and not even know it. But the good thing is that most trans women, I think it was about 85% don't pass anyway. So you just have to worry about the very, very small percentage that do pass and aren't going to tell you. But still, it's a scary thought.
Produces pretty great results, and I've seen both, and they taste pretty good too.
Ew, ew, ew. Number one, doubt it. The studies that they have about these procedures aren't long-term, and they're very biased, and the studies are flawed. So he's going off of flawed studies, and he's just jumping into this, which I am completely for. You're an adult, and I don't like you, so go on and do that, mess up your whole body if you want to. I don't care. Anyway, can we just talk about the elephant in the room, aside from Lillytino? Why the food? Is food as close as you can get to describing genitalia? Why do you have to use food? Is it because he goes to restaurants all the time? He's always like shoving his face full of food. So he's like, well, he's obsessed with two things, trans and food. So he just puts the two together. I'm sure that his sexual content probably has something to do with food. Kind of reminds me of that Seinfeld episode with George Costanza where he's in the bedroom and he's eating the sandwich. It was a sub or a sandwich. Kind of reminds me of that, but way more like horror movie twisted type. Also, I do have a question. What kind of men do you think sleeps with a Lillytino? Or is it just none? I can't imagine he hangs out with any men who actually sleep with men like him. So when he gets this surgery, does he think he'll have more of a chance of sleeping with men? I just don't see it happening. Also, from what I've heard, AGPs who pretend to be women, they cosplay as women like Lillytino obviously is, Nick here. When they do the trans thing and they say they're a woman and they do the whole dress up and stuff, they're doing it because it's a fetish for them. It's sexually motivated. It's not an identity crisis or anything like that. So when these guys actually go through with it and get the whole thing removed, what happens is their drive, if you know what I mean, goes down a lot. And when that happens, the perversion, the drive fades. And when that happens, it messes them up mentally. These are things that people like Nick Lillytino here aren't told about. It's actually kind of ironic if you think about it. You wanted to be a woman. You transitioned to be a woman because you are a corn-addicted person. So you go, you get the surgery, and then all of a sudden that drive is gone. It's not there anymore. And why? Well, because you've pretty much eradicated the thing that was driving it to begin with, the genitalia. I think it would be the best thing for women if all these guys like Nick Lillytino here got the surgery. I just don't want it taxpayer funded. Anyway, like and subscribe. Join our memberships to keep this channel going. Comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Cry